Hello, kindergarten friends. It's Ms. Stevenson here again, and we're going to do another art activity today. I'm going to show you how to make something for Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is a holiday that is coming up next weekend, and some of you may be celebrating it. Normally on Thanksgiving, we eat turkey. So I'm going to show you how to make a colorful turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm starting with a piece of black paper. You can use whatever color you want, or you can use white paper too. And I traced a shape onto a piece of brown paper for the turkey's body. I traced my foot. You can do any kind of oval type shape that you want to do. And I'm going to take my scissors. I'm sitting in a chair. It's always important to sit in a chair when we're using scissors. And I'm going to try to cut on the black line. It's okay if you go off the line a little bit. It's okay if you make a mistake. Everyone is learning. It's really important that our friends in kindergarten try to do the cutting themselves, because it's very, very good for our hands and building the small muscles in our hands, and it will help with holding a pencil and writing letters and numbers. So I go all the way around my shape, and I cut out my turkey body. For our friends that are learning how to cut, you can always take the scrap paper and you can just cut it into bits. That way the students don't have the pressure of trying to follow a line or cut out a particular shape, and they can just practice the motion of using the scissors. Okay? But it's also very important, my friends, that when you are done, you clean up your own mess. All right. So now I have the body part for my turkey, and I'm going to glue it onto the black paper. I'm going to put the skinnier end on the top, because I think that looks more like a head. Okay? So I've got my glue stick. Oops. And I'm going to put some glue on the back. Like that. Stick my body on. Now, to do the colorful feathers of the turkey, I have stapled some pieces of paper together. You may want to do this individually, one piece of paper at a time, but if your child is a little bit more familiar with cutting, you could stack the papers, and then that way it would be done a little bit faster. So I've stapled the papers together, and I am going to trace my hand to make the turkey feathers. Some friends will be able to do this tracing themselves, and some friends will need some help from a grown-up or an older brother or sister. This cutting will be a little bit trickier. It's always a good idea to try to do the cutting yourself. And for the trickier parts, like around the fingers, you may want to ask a grown-up to help you. It's okay if you go off the lines. And when you cut using scissors, you always want to point the scissors away from your body, never toward your body. The cutting should always happen away from your body. There. So I don't know if you can see the color properly. I have a green feather, yellow, orange, and red. And I'm going to put the feathers just behind the turkey's body. I'm going to put some glue on the back. And I've got one. And I'm going to overlap them because it makes it look a little bit more realistic if it's overlapped, like a real turkey. Three. And 4. If you want to put more on your turkey, you can put more. Any way that you want your turkey to look is fine. Everyone's artwork always looks a little bit different. There we go. And now we're missing the features on the turkey's face. You can draw the features with a marker if you want to, or you can use the scrap paper from what you've already cut, and you can cut the features out of paper. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut some feet for my turkey. Like that. I'm going to glue them on. There's one leg and 2 legs. And we need a beak. I'm going to use some orange paper from the hands that I cut out for the feathers. And I'm going to cut the beak. I'm going to make the beak a triangle shape. Like this. See the triangle? And turkeys have a funny little red part that hangs underneath the beak. So we'll glue that on. I want it to go underneath the beak a little bit, like that. And then we're still missing his eye. So I'm going to cut an oval shape for the eye. We need 2 eyes. There we go. 1, 2. And here's my turkey. I also want to do a pupil on the eye so that my turkey can see. That way it looks a little bit more real. There you go. There's my Thanksgiving turkey. I hope you have fun trying it, and I hope you put it up in your house as a decoration for the holiday this coming weekend. Have fun, everybody.